It seems we have but one choice. We need to clean the entire fire station because apparently they're too busy doing other stuff, and it's not like I'm busy or anything. I've got time to wash this entire monstrosity. Luckily for us, we do have the heavy-duty washer, so this shouldn't be too bad overall. Plus, since this does seem to be like it's going to be the last available job, we can spend some money on it because I already have the best washer. We might as well use that money to buy some cleaning liquids. And it looks like that's going to help because some of this is actually pretty strongly grimy. One light washed, one whole dollar earned. I just realized for the first time that when I crouch down, I'm like lying on the ground like a snake. Imagine someone power washing your building, but they're wriggling around on the ground like a snake. Anyways, this is currently equipped with a stone cleaner, which I think is probably going to be the best for brick. So if we use some of that, it's not working super well. I always give this stuff such high hopes like it's going to work. Maybe I'm using it on the wrong materials. So let's try the universal cleaner and see if this is actually going to save us any time or not. I feel like it never really does. Only for some materials, but not usually stuff like this. But I could just use universal cleaner on like everything. That's probably an even bigger waste of money though. Maybe this is why I never find it worth my time, because I just kind of get distracted and use it on everything. But we're already out. And we still missed all of that. So never mind, we're not going to use any cleaner. And the green nozzle won't take away that grime. Was kind of hoping it would with this power washer, but the yellow one certainly will. I think I can probably buy at least some of the extensions. I got $10 whole for that. So let's do the base and see what that's going to be worth. I'm hoping a lot. And hopefully that's an individual piece. Yeah, it looks like it is. I just need to actually get the rest of it. There's $3, so we get $13 for that section. Well, for now, I'm just going to buy this. It's a short extension. It improves range, but I can still use it up close. Just because I got to go as high as up there. So we'll go ahead and attach that on, which looks like that. Then I'm also hoping I can use the green, if not the white, for the top parts. But this thing's pretty grimy, so I'm probably going to need all the most annoying attachments. So the green nozzle did that good. So yellow nozzle it is, which is really unfortunate. But I'm glad I do have the ultimate power washer now, because without that, this would be almost impossible. Even now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the top very comfortably. I should just go up there, but I kind of want to do it in order, so I'm going to jump like this and look very smart about doing it. But I think this extension is helping quite a bit. Oh, I bet this glass is worth at least $1. $2. I'm tempted to take my money and run, now that we've made $65 whole. I am pretty sad I can't use the green washer on a lot of this stuff. Like, I got all these upgraded washers so that I could use them for bigger, better stuff, but I'm still using the yellow nozzle because every level gets harder than the last one. I've probably already missed 6 little spots, but that's okay. I'm enjoying myself. $2 for that door? Look how big it is though. I also haven't really investigated this whole thing to see. I didn't realize there's a second story here. So this thing's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Lots of windows for easy, quick money. I suppose I have to do that. It's a lot of straight edges, which is nice. Not a lot of curves to it. Oh, I didn't realize the inside of this needed to be done. That's horrifying. Nope. I never realized before that this scaffolding is actually for me to use. I guess it makes sense since I need to wash that. Well, if you need me, you know where I'll be for the next 45 hours. I feel like I should unionize or something. Maybe I should try the metal cleaner on this stuff. So even our strong nozzle got it up to here. And this actually seems to be working pretty good. Not like superbly, but pretty good overall. It's going to take away a lot of that tougher grime right away, which is nice, because that stuff would take a long time otherwise. I still feel like it kind of defeats the purpose though when you need to go over it very finely, because when it comes to those parts, I might as well just go back to this washer. Another $10 earned, which basically bought my bottle of cleaner, which we probably already used most of. Yeah, we used 30% of it already. Can you believe I'm already 3% of the way done this thing? Wow! And I've just realized, I think so far I've only been using this one, judging by the look of it. I want to use this one. Okay, here we go. We're going to switch to the 3000, and that's going to make me feel a lot better. Especially once we give it one of the extensions. That makes me worried we've been using the original the whole time and it was just having like a placebo effect on me, because look at the difference that makes. It was leaving grime behind before, no more grime left behind. You can actually feel the extra power in that by the way it looks and sounds. Oh, this is going to be so much easier now. I wonder how long I've been using the original one for. The green seems to do a pretty good job overall because this stuff's pretty grimed on there. And the white might be good enough for the door. Yeah, it looks like it is more or less. So that's going to go a lot quicker overall. Pretty annoyed I didn't notice that sooner, but the way the game menu was laid out made me feel like I was using the different ones. But of course I could physically look at what's in my hands. But this seems to be good enough for the windows even with the white nozzle, and the white one is the weakest. It covers the most area, but it's definitely the weakest of all the nozzles. But we got the door done. Now there's also standing up, crouching, and snake mode, so we can slither along the ground, kind of like before. We've got 20 times more to do, but I'm going to enjoy every last bit of it. Now we're making progress, and I have $121 to my name. So for parts like this, the white nozzle mostly does it, but I feel like if I have to go back over it anyway, I might as well just use the green one, because that's more than adequate for getting rid of this stuff. And for some reason, this part is very satisfying to me. Maybe it's because of the contrasting colors. It goes from such an ugly, dark, muddy color to a nice bright red. It is going to be a little bit annoying to do though, because I've got to go up on top and get that angular piece. And doors like this are nice because they come out very clean. They're very quick and satisfying to do, and they look so good once they're done. And that one's going nice and quick. Is that all the door pieces? Yeah, look how much better that looks. And then our orb. Every good building has an orb on it. See? Nice, clean windows and orb. If you stand back here, it looks like it's almost done. And that's very sad because we're only 9% of the way there. But let's at least get the front part finished up because that's going to make it look good, at least from the curb. Gotta have that curb appeal. Also, didn't really consider that the roof all needs to be done, but I could probably use the white nozzle for that. This part goes nice and quick because I can just run right along it, and I don't even slide off this one. This is my favorite roof we've ever done, because that doesn't happen as often as it did before. I just realized that this red cladding is actually all one piece. I thought it was going to be separate, but this is going to be one big satisfying piece, and it's probably worth lots of money. Oh, and it turns out I can also use the whitewasher for this. And I can't go quite as quick as I can with the green one, but I can still go fairly quick and do a nice job. That's done. I didn't see how much money I got for it, but it was presumably quite a lot. Now I guess to try and finish the rest of this upper floor, at least on the front. And the wall is done, well, at least the front part of it, so now it's just the front roof, and then it'll at least look like it's all clean, despite the fact that we're like 1/10 of the way there still. Maybe now we'll take a nice top-down approach, if that makes sense at all. Maybe it doesn't, but I don't really care. If you're here for stuff that makes sense, then you shouldn't be here at all. I was hoping I could do this in one clean, easy pass, but it looks like I can't quite get this speed right. It's going to be close though. We can get a lot of it done in one pass. So for a lot of these, I think I'm probably still going to stick to the green washer. It obviously, doesn't do as big of an area as the white one, but it's a little more thorough, and it really sucks to have to go back over an area. But this bigger, better washer really is nice because I can be a long ways away from some pretty tough stuff. That part up there is going to be super annoying, and I'm way too lazy to grab the ladder, so I'm going to see how strong this little spray is. That seems to be strong enough even from this distance. And this lower one is also part of the same thing apparently. The office overhang is just about done, and I'm really hoping there's some obvious spot up on the roof because I'm not really seeing a lot left here. Oh wait, it's probably on the overhang down below, so I need to very carefully ninja my way down and then go along the top. Yes, that would make sense. This part's also going to be super annoying to do because I'm constantly sliding off the roof. So I'm hoping I can kind of go along like this. Whoops. The window frames bump you out. This might work though. Or it's going to be good enough for me. Oh yeah, there's a lot here. This is nice. $15 earned. That's more than I have in real life. Oh, but the office cladding is actually in 2 pieces. If I was smart, I would move the ladder closer to where I'm actually working. I actually found a spot that I can walk along that actually guides me really nicely. There we are. So we're about 1/5 of the way done in its entirety now, and I'm hoping the white nozzle can be used for a lot of these biggest of surfaces. Otherwise, these are going to take a long time. But the white nozzle seems to be working its magic. Could probably even speed it up just a little bit. Yeah, this is going to work out real nice. I'm probably not saving a lot of water by doing it this way.
But I don't care. Mother Nature's got to take one for the team when I'm pressure washing.
And it's extra dirty along this side, so I'm going to go like this and very thoroughly clean that off. $25 for one easy to clean roof. I like that kind of money. And these roof toppers apparently seem to be in separate pieces, so I need to be very careful about doing them. Otherwise I'm going to have to come back and do them again later. And look at that sneaky strip underneath there. That's going to be hard to get. Unless I use my special nozzle, which actually gets pretty much all of it in the first try. Wow, that was actually really convenient. Glad I have this thing now. Back down on this brick area, I'm back to the green nozzle because the white one wasn't quite good enough, but that's okay. I really find this green one very satisfying anyways. Got that wall done, got that thing done, and this little underwall, gonna be a second. This one seems like it might be satisfying. Hopefully I can get the whole thing right about there, and then I can just, well, we almost got the whole thing in one sweep. This place seems bigger than it is, but once you actually get into it, a lot of these surfaces go very quickly because they're all just very nicely shaped. There's nothing too tricky about them yet. Bet you're wondering how I got up here. I jumped. Just about a third of the way done, by the way, and the fire exit roof is done. Now the cladding, on the other hand, is going to take a little more work, and it seems to be a little more grimier. Luckily it's not super wide, so I can probably use a green nozzle pretty quickly anyways. $5 for that, that went quick. My green nozzle can actually remove the paint graffiti at this point, so that's pretty good, considering that stuff used to be very hard to get off even for my strongest nozzle. This red wall has some kind of rust or something that's very deeply in it, so I'm very excited to see what it's going to take to get that off. Yellow nozzle? Oh, even a yellow nozzle doesn't do a great job of that. Gonna have to go up to the red nozzle, or even the spinny boy. Yeah, the spinny one does the trick. It's still a little bit slow, but it's getting the job done. This is probably where the metal cleaner would come in handy, but I don't think I have a soap attachment for this right now, so that's fine. For now, I'm mostly going to worry about the door because it's going to be easier to do. The door is done. I guess I'm just waiting to slowly get this stuff off, and I'm glad this area is small now. Otherwise, I'll be switching over. Actually, I guess I can still do that. If I switch back to one of my other ones that actually has a nozzle, I can use a nozzle with the metal cleaner. I think I've got, yeah, it's for metal in there, so... Okay, I guess that worked somehow. Wasn't as great as I thought it would be, but we're done. Now to do the whole floor of the roof, if that makes sense. But I'm pretty sure I can just white nozzle it all the way around because it's not going to be super tough stuff. I can actually go into snake mode now to do this, and then we actually get kind of better peripherals of what's around us. So I could go like this and probably just move forever forward and get the edges later. That might actually be the fastest way to do this now. It's not the prettiest or the most logical, but it's what we're going with for now, just to change it up a bit. And this does in fact get us closer to the ground, so that should be just more efficiency as far as I'm concerned. I just got the good news that there's a new job available to me, but I'm having so much fun with this roof, I can't go to check what it is yet. And I feel like this roof is going to be such a big surface area that it's going to be worth like 80% of this entire place. I just realized for areas like this, it probably doesn't really matter what nozzle you use because the more you go up or down, the wider or narrower the spray gets. And I always adjust that till I feel like it's as efficient as possible, so whether I use the white one or the green one is probably the same effect. Because as I use the green one, I leave it about that far out. If I use the white one, I could probably get the same effect. I would just have to go closer like this. These are the things I think about when I pressure wash for hours on end. And then when you find just the right rhythm, this can actually go pretty quick, even with just a green washer. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we're working on the roof when we were under 40%. Now we're at 45%. So we're going to probably get another 1 or 2% out of this. Yeah, this roof is definitely huge. We're up to 49% now. We're probably going to hit 50 by the time this is done. 51%. I didn't catch how much it was worth, but we have $400 to our name. And if you ignore that tower in the background, things are looking great. But also this new job is probably actually going to be really annoying. Like there's not a lot of surface area, but everything's rounded, so you need to get like every little side of it several times over. And because it's made out of metal, it's probably going to be somewhat hard to clean. So I'm actually going to go back to using the medium power washer and use the metal cleaning spray because I think that's just going to be a lot easier for doing a job like this. It's not great, but it is allowing me to be a little bit lazy, and I really like anything that enables me to be pretty lazy. And I'm hoping I can actually get enough of it with this, yeah, that it lets me get away with these being done. I'm out of metal cleaner as it's telling me, and I don't know how to reload it anymore. It seems to be a different way than it was before. Metal cleaner, please. Refill it. Okay, apparently we're not able to refill it right now, or at least I don't know how, so let's try multi-purpose cleaner, which is also empty, so I'm now checking refill cleaning liquid R. Then as I press R, nothing happens. So I guess I'll go back to doing it the old-fashioned way. But I'm pretty sure with this super washer being up close with the yellow nozzle, I think I could probably actually get most of this pretty clean. It's a pretty annoying job to do, but at the same time, I'm also very determined. I will get this thing cleaned. It's also hard to spray some of this stuff because I'm going to the spokes a lot, and that's interrupting my water flow in a big way. So the pedals need a lot of work, the seat support needs a lot of work. Basically, it all still needs quite a bit of work. You can really see it from the back. Okay, I got the right pedal cleared. I got $1 for doing that. There's the outside that was getting it. There we go. To do, front fork, handlebars, seat support. I'm not really seeing where in the front fork we're missing something. Is that it up top? Yep, sure was. And the gnome for good luck. So handlebars and seat support. Naturally, we got to get on top of this to get the rest of it done. Then it's just the seat support, which probably is actually the top again. It's probably up there, which is why I couldn't get it before. Nope. Oh, yep, sure was. That was super quick and super annoying. And there we go. You can watch the progress go now. Not great. I like this nice flat square surfaces. And since we only have the fire hall to finish at 51%, I'm going to leave that for next time because I'm over it right now.